Hey YouTube, and thank you for watching Junkworks DIY Garage. Well, luckily it's warmed up a little bit out here, but it is still a little bit chilly, and I went to turn my heat on and walked away for a while to let it warm up in here, and when I came back it was still kind of cold, but the heat was running, so I didn't know what was going on, and then the heat shut off. But the problem is the fan never came on, so the safety keeps turning the heat off. So something, either the fan is not working well or is shot, or something else is going on. Quite honestly, I went up there, spun the fan, and the fan is turning super easy. So the fan is not seized. So I'm kind of assuming that it is probably something either electrical, or could just be the fan motor went away and everything else is still turning fine. So I don't know. But what happened is I started diagnosing it thinking it was this here. And I have a video on how I set this up so I don't have to use batteries in it, because the batteries kept dying. Also, even with this plugged in, this thing would shut off. So I realized, well, now I don't have light over here because I turned off the electrical. But I realized that I needed to have a light. I just have a 40-watt light bulb on here to keep it warm enough to where this, whatever this electronics in this, don't get so cold that they don't work. Regardless, what I did is I pulled this out, and just to see if this was working, I put these two together, which should, in theory, make that start going again. Just to check and make sure that, you know, everything's lighting right, the gas is flowing when the gas should be flowing. So I know it's not anything to do with that, which is for the gas. I know it's nothing to do with the sparker, because I got it to spark and it actually started working again until the fan wasn't working. It sensed it and turned back off. That's how I realized, I never heard the fan. That's probably what the problem is. But regardless, this isn't my problem. So then I started going up here. So I went back to there where the fan is. So brought this down where the wires go in and into this box right here. So I know it goes in this box. So then I started looking at these here, and and this was a little bit warm, but not super warm. But I am kind of wondering if this might be my problem. So what I'm going to try and do is see if I can bypass all this for now. And yet again, I have all the electrical shut off here. See, I can turn this off or on and no light goes on. Technically, when this is off, this light comes on. That way, when I go over and I flip the switch, I can make sure there's no power going to the switch. Don't have that in the video, but it's a good idea if you're running something similar to this. Regardless, I'm going to try and get in here. Well, trying to get in here, when I pulled this off, part of this is going into this box, so it's hooked up in here. I'm not going to show you all this stuff or how I have it wired and all that kind of stuff. You guys got to deal with that on your own. This is more just kind of a how to test if that fan is working or not. If that fan doesn't work, then I probably need to look for this part. So stay tuned. I'm going to tear into this, get into this box, and we're going to try and make that fan go. Right here, there's a thermo sensor type thing. They have these on dryers and a lot of things that heat has to come on and off. Well, I think this also shuts, well, I'm pretty darn sure anyways, that this turns my fan off and on once it senses a certain temperature. And I bet that right there is not working. I'm hoping. We'll see. I'm going to run power directly to this white one and this black one here, which will bypass everything including my switch, and should send power up to the fan. And there is just the two coming out there. I don't believe there's a ground. So I'm going to do that. We'll see if we can get it on camera. I don't have any space between here and my wall, so getting a camera up in there might be impossible. Alright, I don't know if you can see the lights on right there. I got the white one hooked up to my switch for the white one, and the black one hooked up for my switch for the black one. In theory, when I hit this switch, that fan should come on. And it does. So, I am full on going to assume that right inside there, this, am I pointing the right thing? Yeah, this thing right here is probably bad and I need to replace it. So, when I get that in, we'll see if I'm right. And there it is right there in all its glory. I'm hoping that is the problem. We shall see. Stay tuned. Well, I don't know if you can tell or hear, but the fan's running, I got heat, everything's going good. Now I just went ahead and put it all back together. It's just too hard to film behind here, up in this box right here. But behind that box right there, at least on mine, this kind of, I can't tell if this is what the way it would come originally, or if this is just something somebody did before I bought it, or something like that. I don't know, but anyhow, it was this part right here. Now, something you got to pay attention to, and I don't know if you can see this, but in there, let's see, let's turn this around. Right in here it says H30-60 and C40-90. See if you can see that. Okay, that is an important number from what I gather. So I saw a bunch of these on Amazon that were like 10, 12, you know, less than 20 bucks. But that number was about the only difference I noticed. And then on further research, these have a time where they come on and shut off to evacuate gas. So it is kind of a safety feature. So I ended up spending almost 80 bucks. I can't remember the exact price. If I can find it, I will put it below. I did find it on Amazon, and quite honestly, mine says 25-60 instead of 30-60. But everything else, including all these numbers, like every single one of the rest of these numbers, were all exactly the same. So I think they just changed this to 25 rather than 30. Yet again, you need to do your own research and make sure you're doing everything safely. But I will say, make sure you get the right one, because it does have to do with gas, and you don't want any problems with gas. That'll kill you real quick if you do it wrong. So, yet again, that was my problem. The fan, hopefully you can see it, is now turning. It shuts off and on when it seems to be supposed to, when it seems like it should turn off and on. So there you go. Now you know. I know nothing about these furnaces whatsoever, and I just tracked from knowing that the fan must have been working by powering it up down to, there's a sensor right there, it should tell the fan to come on, and it obviously isn't doing so. So even when you don't know exactly what you're doing, a little bit of detective work can net good gains. I'm sure it would have cost me a lot more than $80 to have somebody come in and fix that little part right there. So thanks for watching Junkworks DIY Garage, where I'm proud to say I am a jack of all and master of none. You all have a good one.